Dear Dr. English, I have great difficulty in understanding English speaking people on the telephone, and they all speak far too fast. Can you give me a few tips, please? Thanks a lot, Elizabeth. Oh, yes, Elizabeth. I do sympathize with you in this situation, and it's generally true that telephone calls in the foreign language are a common area for frustration and panic. Why do you think this is? No face-to-face physical view. You cannot see the person in front of you, meaning that you can't use any facial or body language to express lack of comprehension, and therefore you have to rely on what you hear and what you say only. Unclear telephone connection. There can also sometimes be interference on the line, which makes the conversation even more difficult. So, we can overcome these difficulties? First of all, remember that telephone language is extremely repetitive, so you don't need to have a vast vocabulary knowledge. It's just the actual content of the reason for calling which differs. But whatever the reason, just try and be simple, brief, and polite. Some people like to keep a list of the most common phrases used on the telephone on their desk, to be referred to whenever necessary. At the top of this list, you could have questions or sentences to help you, such as, I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. Could you please a little slower, please? I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat that, please? Or when you hear a complicated word and you need to write it down in letters, could you spell that, please? Of course, for this last question, you obviously need to know the correct pronunciation of each letter of the alphabet in English. Let's quickly look at a few of the main phrases used to obtain information from the caller. Who is calling, please? This is asking for the caller to identify himself or herself. They usually give their name and company. I'll put you through to Mr. Brown. These ones confirm that you are connecting the caller to Mr. Brown. I am afraid Mr. Brown is out of the office. Can I take a message? Here you indicate that the desired person is not there, and you offer to take a message instead of offering to take a message. You could also offer to have Mr. Brown call the caller back, which would be, shall I ask Mr. Brown to call you back when he returns to the office? Finally, to end the phone call politely, will generally say, thank you for calling or thank you for your call. Oh, I've just noticed that I missed out an important possible situation. Perhaps you can help me with this one, Elizabeth. Which is the correct choice of question to ask the caller in the situation below? Apart from asking him or her to call back later, of course. I'm afraid Mr. Brown's line is engaged. A. Will you wait on the line? B. Please don't go. C. Can you stay? D. Would you like to hold? Yes, the correct response is D. For more information and exercises, visit us on our website. Bye bye.